Mega Millions drawing live tonight here on TV 23. Covering the High Plains with news, weather, and information. From TV 23 Studios in Sublette, this is High Plains Today.
Hi, and welcome to High Plains Today on TV 23. It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2015. On today's show, we will be running part one of a two-part interview we did with Chris Standard, who is a captain with Seward County Fire and Rescue, as we tour the new station in Kismet. Now let's take a look at just a few of the things happening in the area, nation and world. Well, Victory Electric has taken the ball and run with it, and the veterans of foreign wars Dodge City are happy to be helping veterans. We wanted to help people here, said Jim Massey, who is the chaplain of the local VFW. When we took the program to Victory Electric, they really got behind it and gave away 2 $100 bill credits during a drawing on Monday. Now, they will continue the program and do 2 more drawings later this year. According to volunteers at Nimitz Hall at the Kansas Soldiers Home at Fort Dodge, Victory Electric has delivered 3 loads of food since the program started, and Nature's Cupboard has also donated food. We want to continue to get this support for this program, Massey said. If it weren't for the veterans of the nation, we wouldn't be free, and it's a pleasure to help and give back to them. Well, highway travelers who drive past the neatly groomed grounds of Meade District Hospital might imagine they're merely passing a modest small-town clinic. One look inside the healthcare facility, however, reveals a much different, more complex reality, especially inside the laboratory, where highly trained medical laboratory technicians work out the answers physicians and other health professionals need in order to treat patients effectively. Most of the MLT professionals who work at Meade and throughout the Southwest Kansas region earned their certification from Seward County Community College Area Technical School in Liberal. The 2-year course of study earns the Associate of Applied Science degree and equips graduates to sit for the certification exam administered by the National Accrediting Agency for Clinical Laboratory Sciences. Well, Greek banks reopened Monday for the first time in 3 weeks, but strict cash limits, withdrawals, and higher taxes on everything from coffee to diapers meant the economic outlook for the recession-battered country was far from back to normal. There were hopeful developments. The cash-strapped nation got a short-term loan from European creditors to pay more than $6.5 billion owed to the International Monetary Fund and the European Central Bank. The Cuban national flag fluttered in the Washington Sun Monday as the U.S. and Cuba formally ended more than a half-century of estrangement, formally reestablishing relations severed at the height of the Cold War. Cuban Foreign Minister Bruno Rodriguez presided over the flag-raising ceremony just hours after an agreement to restore diplomatic ties broken in 1961 took effect at the stroke of midnight. He later met with Secretary of State John Kerry, becoming the first Cuban foreign minister to set foot in the State Department since 1958. Well, bits and pieces have emerged over the past few days about Mohammed Yosef Abdulaziz's troubled life, but 2 significant pieces of the puzzle are missing. Why did he ambush 2 military sites in Chattanooga, killing 4 Marines and a sailor? And was he propelled to do so by his own demons or at the direction of someone else? Until last Thursday's shooting, the Kuwait-born 24-year-old was not on the radar of terrorism investigators. As a result, a portrait of his background, contacts, computer use, and travels must be assembled from the ground up and pieced together. Well, Donald Trump again faced an avalanche of fresh criticism Monday for questioning Senator John McCain's heroism. But he's getting no pressure at all from the one community that could push a candidate out of the 2016 presidential race: political donors. The billionaire businessman is paying for his own campaign, and that means Republicans may have him around far longer than some party leaders would like. The Des Moines Register published an editorial Monday night calling on Trump to drop out of the race. Quote, Trump has proven himself not only unfit to hold office, but unfit to stand on the same stage as his Republican opponents. All right, well, stick around. We will be right back with a look at weather after this.
You're watching High Plains Today on TV 23 with host Chris Jewell. TV 23's internet service and 4G live streaming provided by United Wireless. Coverage you deserve. Service you expect. United Wireless.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys know statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat. Visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat to make sure your child is protected.
Now, the local weather forecast for the High Plains.
And welcome back to TV 23. Looking northwest on the TV 23 tower cam, you can see your northeast. That's northeast. I'm sorry, I apologize about that, but there are a few sprinkles on the lens, as you can see. But it is turning out to be mostly and partly cloudy. Looking at currently here at the studio, it's 73 degrees. Relative humidity is 87%. That means that the sweat meter is about right here. Winds are east-southeast at 8. Barometric pressure is 29.84, and it is on the rise. Looking at the current temps around the region, as you can see, Liberal 75, Garden City 79. We're looking at 75 for Dodge City, Pratt, 72 at Medicine Lodge, 72 at Perryton. Hayes, 81. They would be the warm spot as of right now. Looking at the current dew points, Hayes also a little drier in Hayes. Dew point 55, 62 in Pratt, 70 in Medicine Lodge, 64 in Dodge and Garden, 66 in Liberal, 63 out west in Elkhart. Looking at the current wind temperatures, a little windy, it's kind of weird. We're looking at 10 out of the east-southeast out here at Lamar, but the winds are up out of the east at 21 in Garden City. It's really not 217 miles an hour out of the east-southeast in Dodge City. Even though Dodge City is the windiest city in the country, we're going to go with 21 degrees out of the east-southeast, 10 out of the southeast in Liberal, 9 out of the southeast in Guyman, and 10 out of the southeast in Perryton. Looking back at yesterday's weather, we had a high of 89 here at the station, 108 degrees back in 2011. The low last night, 68 degrees, 56, the low back in 1989. So far, we've had a A little over 4 inches of rain for the month and well over 15, closing in on 16 inches for the year. Today, we've still got a 50% chance of rain hanging around. Winds are going to be out of the east at 14, and we're looking at a high of about 82 degrees. Tonight, rain still hanging around. We're going to call for a 60% chance of showers. 65 is the low, and winds are still going to be out of the southeast at 13. Tomorrow, rain is still hanging around just for a little bit. We're looking at 20% chance, 89 degrees. It's going to start warming up a little. Winds will still be out of the southeast at 10. Tomorrow night, a lot of the clouds are going to be out of here. It's going to be partly cloudy. The rain is going to be gone. 69 degrees for a low. Winds are going to be out of the southeast at 10. Looking at our 7-day forecast, as you can see, we still have the 60 and 20% chances of rain for today and tomorrow. Low highs are going to be pretty much in the mid to upper 80s. Summer is making its comeback. As you can see on Thursday, we're going to be at 96 degrees. Then we look at mostly upper 90s, may hit the century mark all the way up through Monday. Lows are going to be fairly comfortable. Mid to upper 60s, lower 70s, and there is a 30% chance of rain on Saturday. That's a look at the weather. We'll be back after this.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who do something, the people who take action, are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
Something I feel when I'm right here. Something that tells me that I'm home. This is the place. Everybody here knows it. This is the place. Oh, it's home to me and you. Yeah, this is the place.
Are you tired of worrying about going over your cell phone data cap? Tired of surprise bills and text messages asking for more money? Stop the insanity. Switch to unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. Switching is easy. Come in today and see for yourself. For a limited time, get free activation, up to $200 per line bill credit, and save on the latest smartphones. See how much you can save with unlimited nationwide data from United Wireless. See store for details.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally.
I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on the sidewalk?
Yes.
Yep, I did. Did you guys
Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the-right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
And welcome back to High Plains Today. Up next, last week we went to Kismet and toured the brand new fire station that is located there. And we talked with Chris Standard, who is a captain with the Seward County Fire and Rescue. This is part 1 of 2 parts. Here it is. Here we are, 504 Locust Street in Kismet, Kansas, home of the new Seward County Fire and Rescue Station that has just been opened for about the last 3 weeks. We're going to take a trip inside and take a look around, and we're going to talk with Chris Standard from the Seward County Fire Department and find out a little bit about this station. We are standing in the truck bays here at the newest station in the Seward County Fire and Rescue Department here in Kismet. I'm standing here with Chris Standard. She is a captain in the Seward County Fire Department, and this is nice.
Thank you. We think so.
This is way nicer than the old one, right?
Yes, you have to see the old one to understand. But
well, we're going to shoot some footage. We'll be showing folks kind of what the old one looked like. You have 3 very nice, big, roomy bays in here. Behind us is a pumper.
Correct.
Okay, I'm very limited on fire knowledge. And then over here they have, it's called a tender.
It's a brush rig / tender.
All right, so this is the one this would be a truck that you would send out, say, if there's a grass fire, something along the railroad track, something like that, usually.
Yes, it's a grass rig.
Okay, but it holds how much water?
2,000 gallons, a little over that.
Okay, that's quite a bit of water. Yes. So it could go out also then with the pumper on it, say a structural fire, and help give it water?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, that's where the tender part comes in, right?
Because there aren't very many hydrants out in the county, so we have to take water with us or haul it back and forth from town.
Okay, and then on the other side, you have a hazmat trailer that's kind of something new or something unique to Southwest Kansas, if I understand right.
Well, we've had it for a number of years, but there aren't that many of them. It belongs to the state. It's from the Kansas Fire Marshal's office. They helped furnish it. They furnished the trailer, and then we've added equipment to it as we could. So we are a state hazmat team, which means we could go anywhere in the state, and we've actually been over into Oklahoma for hazmat calls, too.
Okay, so if there's something really bad goes on, or, well, a hazmat call, so what, other than a hazmat facility here, what would be the next closest?
Ford County Fire and EMS also has a state hazmat team, trailer, and equipment.
Okay, so is there a lot of training involved in the hazmat side of things?
Yeah, when you go to become a hazmat technician, you do 2 solid weeks of training, and then you test out through Kansas Fire and Rescue Training Institute at the end. And then we meet at least monthly to keep up our training.
2 weeks? Where do they have this training?
We actually had our class in Liberal, and we're planning on having another one sometime in the future so we can get more technicians.
That's handy.
Yes.
Okay, so anyway, enough of that. Let's get back to this new fire station because the old one was about half this size.
It's less than half.
Okay, and in that old station, now something that people may want to know is that Kismet actually has, with the new station, there's also another station on the north side of the tracks in Kismet, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and what's stationed in that building?
Right now we have our ambulance, and we have what's called a mini pumper, which it holds about 150 gallons of water, and it needs a water source, obviously, if it's going to fight fire, because it goes empty pretty quick.
Okay, and at one time, before they had this building, you had the old building that these trucks came out of, plus including the north building?
No, these two trucks were in the north station.
Okay.
The mini pumper and the ambulance and the hazmat trailer were in the old station. So we kind of flip-flop things around.
Okay, but you have much more room in this building compared to the old one as before. Now, in the old building, you had the mini pumper,
correct,
the ambulance,
correct,
and this hazmat trailer.
Correct.
Now, was there room? I'm assuming there's room for all three in there.
Yeah, sort of. It was full.
Okay, it was full. So with this new building, now, how did funding and the idea for a new station in Kismet, how did that all come about?
Well, the fire board talked about it for a number of years because the old station, I believe, is 50 years old.
50?
I believe it's 50 years old. It's a wood frame, metal enclosed building. It's rusting out. The roof has got holes in it, so it leaks when it rains. So they've been talking about it for quite a while. And the property that the building is sitting on came up for sale, and we bought that, I think, almost 3 years ago. And
okay, that's this property where we're standing.
Right. So we got the property bought. There was an old house on it. They tore that down, and it just slowly evolved until this past August they started moving dirt for the new station.
Okay, and this station now is located fairly close to Highway 54 because we can hear the traffic going back and forth. Now, is that going to be? Is this more of a key location? Is that why this part or this property was picked?
Well, we got the property was sold at a sheriff's sale, so we got it fairly reasonably. That would be the major driving force behind that. It is easier highway access because we are very close to the highway, as you said. So it's a combination of things.
Okay. So once they got the land bought and then the plans were put in place to build the station, how long did that all take to get done?
I think we purchased the property, I think it'll be 3 years ago this fall, I believe. And then we started building this past August of 2014. The building was finished, I think we've been in it 3 weeks. So it was finished first week of June or so.
Okay, and so county money, everything is county money that built this building?
Correct. Rural Fire Fund money is where it came from.
Okay. So the difference between this, now you have a nice big meeting room, conference room attached to this with kind of a kitchen area and everything with that. How many, I'm guessing, how many firefighters do you have stationed out of this station?
I believe right now we just have 5 that actually live in or near Kismet. But since we're countywide, we have some that work out in the county that are like they live down by Liberal or in Liberal. So if they have their gear with them and we have a call and they're up here and their employer lets them get off, they could run out of this station also. But I believe we just have 5 that live near.
Okay, I like that. If their employer lets them off, then they can come to the fire.
And a lot of employers will let them do that.
Okay, I would hope so. So you have 5 here. You have so much more room. You have so much more room for your gear. You have room for the hazmat trailer and a truck. So now over in the north station, you have an ambulance and the mini pumper. So that way you can cover both sides of the tracks because Union Pacific kind of splits the district right in half. Well, it splits the town as well as the district.
Yes, it does. And sometimes the trains will park here while they're letting other trains come around. So that's why we need equipment on both sides of the tracks. Your nearest access to get around other than Main Street is a mile to the east, or you can go 2 miles to the west, but the bridge is not rated for trucks these heavy.
I've been over that bridge, and that's what do they call that? The old
Masoni Bridge.
The old Masoni Bridge. I think there's some history from that. It used to be located somewhere else, and it was moved here anyway. Anyway, that's another. Yeah.
It's an old turntable for engines or something.
That's it. I think you're right.
I think so.
She knows it. You know everything.
No, I don't.
And there you have it. That is part 1 of part 2 with Chris Standard. She was a good sport in doing that. We got there and she wasn't ready for the one to be interviewed. She was told that, well, all you got to do is unlock the building for those guys, but she was a real good sport. So tomorrow, part 2 of the Kismet Fire Station. We'll be back right after this.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And we're back. Thanks for joining us again. Hey, let's take a look at some of the sports stories that are happening around. The Liberal BJs had to win 2 of the final 4 games against Hayes to qualify for the NBC World Series. Well, instead, they swept all 4, locking up a tournament bid and extending their winning streak to 6 straight games heading into the postseason play. Now, the win secured a berth. Hi, I'm Chris Jewell, host of High Plains Today, a 30-minute news and information program that airs at noon weekdays right here on TV 23. Hey, do you think you have an idea for something that would make a great segment? Somebody that would make a great interview? What about a community event that needs highlighting? Let us know here at the station. Email us news@kbgltv.com.
So, same time next week?
Well, of course. Put away a few bucks, feel like $1,000,000. For free tips to help you save, go to feedthepig.com.